If you want to get more views on TikTok, then you need to be updated with the latest changes. You see, back in the old days, you used to be able to make a post, go viral, and see views, but no longer is that the case. But why is it that so many people are experiencing this so-called TikTok jail, where their videos, after they post them, shortly only go up to 200 or even 300 views and just suddenly stop? It's not just you. The TikTok jail phenomenon is in full swing, but have you ever thought maybe it's the content that you're posting that is not worthy of getting views? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what steps you need to take to get out of TikTok jail, so that way you can start seeing consistent views. So definitely make sure to take notes and apply all the strategies in this video. So let's go ahead and get into it. And if you don't know who I am, welcome. My name is Chappell, and we work with some of the largest creators and brands in the world that you definitely know and love. We help them with their organic strategies, their TikTok ads, and even their Facebook ads, so that way they can scale up even further. So now we're going to break down a few TikTok accounts to really understand what's working for the professionals and what's working for some normal average creators, in ways that you can get out of the TikTok jail by reviewing some creators that are stuck. So here we are on the first account that we're going to be reviewing, Strawberry Milk Mom, and she's a TikTok content creator that is consistently getting view volume. And one of the first things you're immediately going to notice is all of the videos start off the same way. She doesn't use a lot of text in her videos. They're all fairly consistent with the outline, but all of the videos she is posting are maintaining view volume. So let's go ahead and watch some of these videos to really understand what's working for her.
This is what our office space looked like only 6 months ago. I remember thinking I couldn't believe that we filled an entire room, but looking back now, this was like a piece of sand with a pile. We now almost take up an entire floor in our building. We have 7 different rooms stacked full to the roof of all our inventory with over 400 exclusive items. I just can't believe how fast everything exploded, and I just saw this video of our old office and I was shocked. Looking at Boomer and I used to pack all the orders on our own. Now we have a team of 10 more people in packs. It is unbelievable. I love you guys so much. This has been an absolute dream, and I can't show you guys any pop-up that would.
So this is a good video. It's 36 seconds long. It has a subtle background music, and it's called a founder's story. She's essentially sharing the story of her business and showing multiple angles throughout the video. She doesn't have any text throughout the video. She's simply just showing her office and the journey that she's come from. These videos resonate really well with people. They're super easy to create. You simply just film a success story or a little founder's story and share it. And it's a voice overlay from the clips that she compiled. Now let's watch some more videos to get an idea of what else she films.
I randomly decided that I wanted to make candles because I watched a bunch of TikToks of people making candles. So
First part of this, it's relatable. If anybody else watches videos around candles, now this audience is automatically intrigued.
I got all my jars here. Okay, it's the next day, but now we're gonna melt the wax. So I got this in a container. So how do we make it stay down? So I'm putting all the little pieces.
So this video is just a little tutorial, DIY, at home, making candles. It's a video that resonates. It's super simple. Let's watch some more.
My favorite thing is when I make a video of a why I love men, it's like obviously sarcastic, and the guys in the comments will be a couple that are like, yeah, well, you live with your mom still, so you better zip it.
Okay, so she already just gave out a piece of strategy here. Let's watch this again.
My favorite thing is when I make a video of a why I love men, it's like obviously sarcastic, and
Okay, so she makes content, sometimes videos talking about what she thinks about men, and then obviously people in the comments get triggered, but this is a strategy that she knows works because it gets a lot of engagement, which further fuels her views. So she knows she can maintain view volume by using this strategy, and even though she knows it's sarcasm and people shouldn't be getting triggered from it, it's still going over their heads, which is resulting in way more people engaging with the video. And so she has multiple different content styles, but they all start off very similarly. It's her talking into a camera, highlighting different things throughout her day, what she's doing, even her at the office, her product. She's going over different things around what she loves about men, what she doesn't like about men. And this content gets a lot of views, and she maintains the view volume. This isn't by chance. And she's able to get all of these views because she understands what resonates with her audience, and she consistently produces content around it. So let's go ahead and look at another creator. And one final thing before we move on, you just need to look at all of the posts here. You can see they're all very consistent. Like all these angles that she does and the content she's creating, it all looks very similar. there's a common thread throughout it. If you go look at your own TikTok account, if it's all over the place with different text, different colors, and there's not consistent topics you're going over, you're not gonna be able to see the view volume or build up to these numbers. Now let's look at a men's skincare brand, and they're posting videos and getting around 10 to 30,000 views a video. But I chose this account because there's a few interesting things we can look at. First, I wanna pay attention to some of the videos that are getting view volume, and then we can look at where they went wrong and how they started to fix that.
One, doesn't look like a concealer. Two, it's formulated for guys thicker, oilier skin and to give them good coverage on pimples, razor burn, blemishes.
This is a product demonstration video. He's essentially explaining exactly what they're selling in the video. He used a comment reply. This is a great strategy because it retargets other viewers from your past video, and people that have the same question are gonna naturally be engaged with this. So therefore, he's able to get more views off of this video.
So this conference that I was at, there were 250 speakers and 2/3 of them were women, which is amazing. But that meant that of all the men that were speaking, the makeup artists told me I was the only guy to sit down in their chair and have a little bit of makeup done to them to look stage ready.
Okay, so once again, he's replying to a comment, and this one is a story-based video. So he's talking about his experience. So rather than showing him at the conference and going through that, which might not be as engaging to the normal viewer, he's sharing a story about what his experience was like and then connected it back to his product. And as you can see, lots of people engaged with it and found that interesting. Let's watch 2 more, and then we're gonna break down the strategy across this page.
You said that I'm really fucking boring. Well, that's right coming from you.
All right, so this is just a duet where he's doing a video alongside another creator. This is a great strategy to get views, especially if it's product relevant for your business. And in his case, it is. Since he's a men's cosmetic brand, he's doing it right next to another person who is doing cosmetics as well. All right, so let's break down what happened with this creator where they actually dropped in view volume and then where they realized where they were going wrong. So before, if we look at the content that they were creating, he was consistently making videos about his product and replying to comments. 28K, 164K, 12K, 1.8 million, 18K. There's clearly something that's working here, 11, 30, 10, 40. He has it figured out. He's getting the view volume that he needs, and lots of people are engaging, and he's maintaining it. Well, it looks like what ended up happening was he started to step away from his content creation and started having different people post on his page for him. So this is what you call UGC creators. And there's a common thing with TikTok. If you have too many faces in your actual TikTok videos, it can start to drop your view volume because there's no consistency. How the algorithm works is when you post a video and then you post a couple more a few days later, and then you consistently post week after week, anybody who watches your video and engages with it, they'll be shown your prior videos from past weeks. So if they don't recognize the same person, you're less likely to get engagement, and it can plummet your views and push you down into a range where you're really getting not many views at all. And this is exactly what happened to this creator because he had people creating content for him. As you can see, there's too many faces here, and all of a sudden the view volume has dropped significantly. He went from doing 10 to 50 to 100K views down to only a few thousand. And he might think that the algorithm has affected him in a negative way or something changed, but in reality, it was just a content shift that was the result of this. And we know this is true because even here, as this continues to happen, the views are actually going down further. Now we're getting into the 1,000 range, and it's getting worse and worse. This creator eventually was able to realize this, and as soon as he stepped back onto camera, 47K views. That's not just by chance. That's because he's the consistent face previously. And now that he had switched up strategy, his view volume went down. So it's really important to go back to what originally worked for you in your TikTok content. And as soon as he took it back over, view volume goes up. And then once again, other creators are taking over the videos, low view volume, here he is again, because he understands the video styles and structures that work for his audience. So once he was introducing other creators who were talking about his product, it wasn't doing as well. And all he really needs to do is just maintain 1 or 2 videos a week, and he could be getting 5 to 10 times more views, even though they're posting more frequently with these other creators. So if you notice something that has changed with your videos where you once were getting views, go back and try to understand what had happened. And in their case, it's because they had too many faces. So this is a common problem that I see with a lot of creators. They'll be doing content really well, and then they'll switch up their strategy, stuff will stop working, and they'll totally forget what they were doing previously. you need to do the research and go back in time to see what was carrying your view volume. And so anytime he's consistently doing the content, he will maintain views. So it's really important as a creator that he would continue to create the content so that way he can scale up view volume. Now, let's look at another creator. This brand is called Lifting Society. And once again, every single time when we look at a TikTok page, the first thing I look for is the consistency and the style of content. Their content's not all over the place. It's very consistent. It looks like they're always in the gym, and it looks like they're always with another person where they might be interviewing them. So let's go ahead and watch one of the videos.
Excuse me, I'm doing this series where I ask the biggest dude in the gym if I can work out with him.
All right, so this is a good hook. He's doing a series where he asks the biggest dude in the gym if he can work out with him. Great video concept. It's a genius strategy because naturally people who are either smaller than the person in the gym or they're curious about how to get bigger in the gym. So it's fascinating to see what other people's workout routines are like. This is a very solid series idea.
If I can work out with you real quick. Yeah, what's your name? One of the reasons behind this series is because I'm trying to show people the gym's not intimidating. So I used to be scared shitless coming into the gym. Really? Yeah, I was super in my own head about it.
So even though there's a lot of audio and background noise, he's still getting a lot of views because the content in itself is very intriguing and people are naturally curious around what's going to happen. This video is about 1 minute long, and creators who are posting videos over a minute are seeing more views on average. That's just because TikTok's incentivizing them right now to make videos that are that long because TikTok is trying to increase their watch times even further. So they're definitely leveraging that strategy. He also uses music subtly in the background, and he has text right in the center. It's not being covered up by anything.
Excuse me, do you mind if I work out with you? No?
Same thing. This video concept is working for him, so he did it again.
Hey, excuse me, do you mind if I work out with you?
Once again, very consistent. So he knows this content works, so therefore he's continuing to create it. And this person actually sells merch, and as you can see, he's able to tie in that video series alongside what he's selling. He's not 100% tied to only creating that video. He's doing that to maintain his view volume, and then he's incorporating every now and then his clothing brand so that way he can connect his audience with his product, which is a very effective strategy. And as we scroll down, we'll see that all of the videos are fairly similar in how they're structured. He has the editing, he has the call outs, he asks the same question every time. A lot of creators, if they have a great video, they don't use the same hooks over and over again. Always reuse the hook if it's working effectively for you. So let's check out a creator that is a little bit different as well. So this creator is Chris. He's a real estate investor, and his content, once again, we look at the page, everything's consistent. He uses the same red thumbnail. And one of the important things to call out here is all of his videos are maintaining good view volume. 13K, 14K, 336K, 1.5 million views, 23K, 40K, 3 million. Something's interesting to people about his content, and he's consistently maintaining view volume. Once again, when you see stuff like this, it's not just by chance. They understand the algorithm and have figured out what content resonates. So let's watch some of his videos.
Would you buy this $10 million rental property on the beach?
First part of this is the hook. The hook is very important to get people to engage. I'm going to be showing you some creators who are not doing content like this and why they're not getting views here pretty soon. When you see videos that have a lot of view volume, pay attention to the hook because it's really important.
Beach in Destin, Florida? I just might. This property comes fully furnished with 6 townhouses right on the beach, and it brings in a
What's crazy about this is his text is sideways. I wouldn't even recommend doing this because it runs off the screen. But the fact that his content is so good and is so engaging, it makes up for wherever your text placements are. Now, although if you're a smaller creator, it is recommended that you have your text within view. You can read it horizontally across the screen and it's not being covered by buttons. But at the end of the day, the content is what is really pushing the view volume.
a rental income of over $1 million a year.
So he has a lot of call outs. He's using a green screen, which is a good strategy, especially if you're trying to show content.
But is it a good deal?
It's very focused on exactly what he's talking about, so anybody interested in this is going to understand what's going on.
In the spring of 2020, our e-commerce business found itself in a very bad situation.
This is a founder story, a business story. Once again, very similar amongst other creators. This actual format consistently gets views. He's in his closet. There's nothing fancy about this, but his hook is a story about a bad situation that happened. These are great video ideas to use if you have a business.
The pandemic had just started, everything was shut down, and we were sitting on millions of dollars of Easter dresses, vacation wear, Mother's Day outfits, and none of it was selling. We
because these events weren't taking place. Our sales were dropping off the cliff. We knew we had to do something, we had to act fast, so we took every dollar we had, every credit card, every line of credit, we negotiated payment terms with our vendors, and we bought loungewear, we bought yoga pants, sweatpants, hoodies, graphic tees.
So this is a great story. They talked about their shortcoming during the pandemic, how sales were going down, and how they decided to fix that by shifting business strategy. Naturally, people are going to be curious because a lot of people might have experienced, a decrease in income or found themselves in a different situation. So they're going to relate to this video.
I made a video about buying a piece of real estate in cash, and I got a lot of comments like this. And it's disappointing because it's the wrong way to think about it.
He replied to a video with a comment. Once again, great, consistent strategy to maintain view volume. He has a strong headline. He has a very good hook in the beginning. People are now going to wonder what that person said. Naturally, you're going to see more views by doing that. And he's very consistent amongst this style of videos. Now, you might be wondering, what about posting times? What about posting frequency? How many videos should I upload a day? Let's look at how often he's posting videos. So this is 8/25/9/3. So that's about a week later. 7-day gap. Another 7-day to 10-day gap.
Would you buy a 27-unit?
So that one was posted same day as well. So he's only posting really maybe 1 or 2 videos a week at most. And a lot of you think that you have to be posting tons of videos to be able to get more views, but that's simply not the case. A lot of creators actually are posting whenever they feel they have a good content idea. You don't have to be making content daily. It's not a requirement. It's not going to be the difference between whether or not you get more view volume. If anything, you want to focus on the quality of the content and putting that out there. And once you get a video that says, maybe 10K, 100K views, you don't have to immediately post right after that. Think of the very next video that you can do that's either similar to that one or replying to a comment where there's going to be a very good hook to follow up on top of that video a few days later. And this is where you can actually start to maintain views. And every time you're getting a video now that does 10 or 100K, it's going to lift the other view volume on your profile. And naturally, as more people visit your profile, they'll see your view volume going up and they're going to want to engage with every other video. Now, one thing that a lot of creators miss is the actual headline for their videos. So he has 5,000 orders shipped. Anybody who goes to the profile after they saw a video of his that wants to engage with more of his content, they can just read the headlines and figure out which video they want to click on, which increases his click-through rates, gets him more views, and people can know which topic they want to look at. Buying a home, 14-day vacation, pay raise, 90 million real estate purchase. Just by reading these titles, I know exactly what he's talking about in his content. Now let's look at another creator who's been exploding on the map. This one is the jet business. Now you might naturally be thinking, okay, I don't talk about jets, and obviously these types of videos are going to get more views, but I can definitely assure you not, because there's a lot of jet creators out there that are not getting view volume, and there's definitely a strategy that's going on here that's allowing them to maintain views, even if it is about a topic that people are naturally fascinated in.
Hey Steve, I just expanded.
Every single time I will bring this up, here's the hook: how to buy a $50 million private jet. If you're not having strong hooks or headlines in your videos, you're gonna miss out on the view volume because people will skip it before they watch it.
My business to South America, and I've got 50 million to spend on a jet. How many can you?
All right, so this person likely works at his company or is an editor of his. He walks up to him, asks him a question, and then this guy ends up responding to it throughout the video by walking the people through it. Let's see if he does this content more often. Okay, this is a live reaction-based video. Anything where there's another person engaging with it, it's a reaction style video. Reaction style videos have been proven time and time and again to get views. This is a simple sales call he's going through with one of his customers. People are interested in this. They're asking questions about it.
Hey Steve, I haven't been using my jet much.
All right, there's that same video concept they just did earlier. The guy approaches him, asks him the question. If that works for them, they're gonna do it over and over again. If you're creating content and you have a video that does big views, do that style more often, do it more frequently. You wanna have multiple creative formats that you're doing on repeat because you already know they're gonna maintain the view volume.
People always ask me all the time, how did you get started selling private jets? So the way I really started was working in Washington, D.C. as a lobbyist. I worked for a trade association that represented.
Now, although this video got 417,000 views, which is absolutely amazing, you might be thinking, well, I don't have the capacity to edit a video like this. Well, we just looked at a video earlier that had 8.2 million views, and the only edits are really the actual text and captions in the video. It's nothing super fancy like this, and it still got more views. So once again, it does come down to the content. It's not just about the edits. This one's a simple conversation, 20 million views with another creator, and all it is just captions. but the content itself is what's getting people to engage with it. Now let's go ahead and break down some of the different accounts that are stuck in TikTok jail. Maybe you still might not understand what it is that you could be doing better. And whenever we look at these accounts, you can see like the Jet Business, very consistent. He's using very similar formats in all of his videos. They have the same hashtags. They're doing the same things pretty frequently. They're just switching up the content slightly depending on what they're talking about. Same thing here. Everything looks consistent. Same thing. You can see exactly what they cover just by going to it. Now, here's a creator that is only getting around 200 to 300 views a video, and we're going to break down what are some of the reasons that this is probably happening. First initial thoughts is, okay, yes, he does have the consistent headlines for his colors that he's using, but when I look at them, it says day 22, day 24, day 25. I don't even know what that means because I haven't seen the first video, so I have no context. So that's already going to be something that's going to limit your views. If somebody engages with the video you have and goes to your profile, you're going to miss out on people clicking and watching other videos because they might be lost in the context of what is even going on. So let's watch one of these videos.
Myself and a couple team members are down here this week at EXPCon in Las Vegas, staying at the Mandalay Bay. This has been an unbelievable event so far. Here's some highlights from day one.
So this was a 10-second intro, definitely too long of an intro. There wasn't even a hook in this. He was just simply telling people that he's at an event. Now, who would care about watching that content on that video just based off of that? There's not much unless people know him, they would watch the content, but it's better to start off with an actual hook. Like, what's the one big thing that happened at the event that he could call out? That's the hook that he should use at the beginning of the video. So there's not really any substance to this video. It's more of just like a vlog of just like the event itself. If people were there, maybe they would watch this video or find it engaging, but there's really no value add necessarily from this. There's not anything that's like a wow factor of where somebody learned something new. There's nothing necessarily controversial that people would comment on, and it's not showing any reactions. There's no like big moment that happened in this video. It's a very simple video, and it makes sense why it would only go to 300 views. Let's watch some more videos just to get a better idea of what's going on.
So EXPCon 2023 is now finished. Here are my final takeaways. First off, blank statement. Don't sleep on EXP. If you haven't heard about it,
still taking too long to get into the portion of the content
and what it's doing for people, then shoot me a message or shoot another EXP.
He has a call to action before people even got the value from the video. That's another negative. You want to make sure you get very specific, straight to the point immediately. So if he has multiple points he wants to cover in this video, he should push those all the way to the front, give the value first.
But here's this. We got the chance to listen to top producing agents and other keynote speakers. And
we're at 25 seconds and he still hasn't gotten to the point.
Reasons why they switched from being at brokerages for 20 years, 23 years, 24 years, whatever, their entire careers to switch to EXP. You know what they said? They switched because EXP is the only company that can actually change your life. The biggest objection I hear when I talk
still very vague.
to people about EXP is, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Well, let me tell you this. As somebody who went to business school,
All right, so I found somewhat of a hook that he could use in this video. Is EXP a pyramid scheme? That's the hook. He puts that question at the front of his video. Anybody who's curious around that topic is naturally going to engage. Any real estate agent who's ever thought about going to EXP is going to find that video engaging because they might naturally be curious about that same question, because he just mentioned a lot of people have that specific question. This is where the video technically really would start. But by this point, you would have had to watch 49 seconds of filler information with no contextual value, and for him to get to the point that he wanted to make. And I'm not meaning to harp on this creator, it's really just showcasing what's happening with creators who are getting stuck at 200 and 300 views. There's a lot of filler that's going on in the beginning of the video. There's no hook, there's no value add or specific video structure. I showed you founder stories, reaction-based videos, interview style videos, and how these creators are maintaining view volume. And whenever you're getting videos that are getting capped at view volume, a lot of times it's due to the fact that the videos either aren't short enough or aren't getting to the point quick enough, aren't hooking people, and are giving enough information around what people are looking to engage with. So he should start by using that hook in the beginning. And also, another thing I noticed about this is the lighting. It looks like there's a filter on this. Filters don't really help improve TikTok videos. It's not going to make a difference in the view volume. If anything, it's better to have really solid lighting and be able to talk directly into the camera. Let's watch a video where he has gotten views and see what he did differently.
talk about why everyone says it's so impossible to buy in Vancouver.
great hook. And this one got 3,000 views, but that's like 10 times more than he's getting right now. So that is definitely a huge increase for him. He replied to a comment and we already know what the video is about. That's really important. So he should do more videos like this, where he has a hook and replies to a video comment. Do that more frequently and he would probably likely start seeing 3,000 views a video consistently because of that. Let's try to find another video that got more views than that. All right, so this is a reaction style video. Reaction style videos, we know, get view volume. He's reacting to a video clip. It's a green screen. These are two great things you can do. It got 919,000 views. This might not be the content he wants to make, where he wants to be a channel where he's reacting to all of these. He made it valuable for the audience, plus he's guiding people from that initial piece of content and then directing them into what he does, which is a great strategy. He did a phenomenal job on this video. It got 919,000 views, which is pretty insane to think about. If he just made more reaction style videos, found more real estate content like that, since he's a real estate agent, and he showed these reactions at first, and then he connected it back to what he does, he would be able to maintain insane view volume, maybe 100 to 1 million views a video just by doing that. Let's try to find one more video. Here he is reacting again. 117,000 views. The algorithm is very predictable if you understand what video formats work. This is not just by chance. People are naturally engaged with these video structures. If you can find a way to create content like this, you can start seeing explosive views and jump right out of TikTok jail in no time. It's certainly the content. It's not just the algorithm. If you can start to find ways that resonate with people, you will be able to maximize your view volume. Seems like anytime he does like an actual green screen with content in the background, he gets more view volume. If I was him, I'd stick to that specific strategy and just do that over and over again. All right, let's look at one more creator and see exactly what they're doing. Here's a creator that has about 300 views a video as well, 500, looks like their highest in some cases. When I look at this profile, I don't even know what's really going on here. I can't tell what the content's about just yet. That's always an issue. You want to make sure you have the right headlines, you have different call outs. And another immediate thing I notice is the text is already all over the place, like white text here, you have emojis in some of these, text is bigger, black text, pink. There's no consistency. They're using so many different formats. It seems like this creator's just trying to test and figure out what is going to work for them, which is definitely going to always, you know, keep you around in that small view range, because if you're not consistent with the style of content you're putting out, it's going to be very hard to increase your view volume. This video wouldn't go viral because it's just talking about checking her page to see if she got 1,000 likes. People have to have a reason to follow her, have to have a reason to engage.
Oh, you can't find this though.
Okay, another thing I'm noticing is this black text or this black box below each video. That's definitely going to lower view volume. You want to make sure your videos are vertical and make sure that people can see exactly what's going on.
I have a feeling this is gonna go by really fast. We keep this loving. What do you mean?
All right, so she's using a lot of different trending sounds and memes. These types of accounts are really hard to get view volume on because you're always having to keep up with the latest trends, and a lot of times creators are too late to them anyways. So it's going to be hard to be able to get views that way. It's better if she would do like a voice overlay and talk about what she's doing throughout her day. And it looks like she has somewhat of a small business because I'm starting to see these beads and like different bracelets show up. So let's watch one of those videos. Once again, it's just a music overlay. There's not much substance here. So I would definitely recommend this creator to do voice overlays, keep the same text throughout each video, have stronger headlines, talk about how she's packing an order with, you know, one of her customers, talk about the different products that she offers, design a bracelet with me, where she actually does a specific design or ties it into a festive holiday. Yeah, the videos are really slow. Once again, it just seems that the sounds that she's using in the videos are deterring away from people actually engaging with it. There's no reason for somebody to connect with it because trends are different for each type of audience. Like trends work for certain categories of creators, and if you're always trying to stay on top of like the latest sound or trend, it's going to be too hard to get view volume up because you're always hitting different pockets of people that just probably aren't going to be interested in the style of content that's being created. So she definitely needs to connect with her audience more by doing voice overlays, sharing stories, talking about her business, talking about a day in the life, problems she's facing, problems she's overcome, and highlighting these different things throughout her video, because that could definitely help increase her view volume. And then she needs to find a consistent thread and format that she's going to stay with if she wants to see more views. So we've gone over multiple different strategies here, and I can definitely assure you, if you apply just some of these things in the videos, you can start to climb out of TikTok jail and maintain view volume. And the algorithm is always changing, so you definitely need to stay up to date with the latest strategies, where we're always covering different content like this on my channel. And we've worked with so many different creators like Art Drops and Tiny Tello here, who have absolutely been crushing it with their view volume and getting tons of sales from their TikTok videos. And they've gone through our one-on-one ads mastery mentorship. And if you're interested in joining that, definitely make sure to DM me the word mentor at RealChaseChappell on Instagram, where I'm happy to answer any of your questions and go through with you the strategies on your own TikTok page on ways you can actually improve. I'll audit your account with you, walk you through how to structure the videos, and even show you ways that you can leverage ad campaigns to be able to amplify your sales volume if you have a brand or business. So definitely make sure to reach out and let me know what your biggest takeaway was from this video. Comment down below, because I'll be selecting one winner to hop on a free coaching call, and I'll audit your account with you on that call. And once again, it's your favorite digital marketer here, Chase Chappell. Cheers and bye all.